right here. Come on, it's right here. You know already. There you go. Other side, miss. Come on, you'll reach it better like that. There you go. Here. Come on. Yeah, come on. There you go. There you go. Good morning, everybody. Got my coffee here. I'm just feeding calves this morning. What are you doing, Pumpkin? What are you doing? She's the youngest calf we have right now. She was born yesterday. Yeah? Are you a sweetie? What you doing? She says, give me my food now, Mom. Coming right up. Room 1 right now is our youngest set of calves right now. Yeah. And we've got a couple on the skinny bottle here. So I'll be lifting these out, putting them in there. She's ready for it already. Right here. There you go. Nope, that's still not in. There you go. Next one. Yeah, oh, you're ready for it too. There you go, bud. That also is not... It's missing. There you go. You silly. And another one, I think. Are you ready? Yeah. Also needs a bit of help. There you go. Yes, Pumpkin. Well, I think she might also be on the skinny. I'm not the only person that feeds calves, so sometimes somebody trains the calf from a fat bottle to a skinny bottle or a skinny bottle to a pail. Let's see if you can handle this at 1 day old. Probably not. Come on. Some of them really pick up really quick, and others don't. You almost have it. Just about. Come on, Pumpkin. I think I'll have to feed her with a fat bottle. A little baby. You a big baby. Yeah. All right, Pumpkin. You ready? There you go. So Pumpkin is a daughter out of a heifer that I really like. Her number is 1218. Her mom, and her name is Periwinkle because she had blue eyes when she was a baby. And I figured she had a baby girl, spill everywhere. Figured she had a baby girl born at the end of September, so the perfect name for Periwinkle's baby would be Pumpkin. So, number 1720 here on a dairy on the prairie is Pumpkin. Hey, cutie? Oh, yeah. Come on, you're not done yet. She's drinking pretty well, but sometimes if they're reluctant, it helps to give them a little bit of a rub, and then they'll start drinking a bit more vigorously after that. Oh, you all done? You little milky mouth? You so cute. Okay, back in you go. Yeah. There you go. Got this little guy on this side. He was born pretty tiny, so we had him on a skinny bottle for a while, but he can very obviously reach over this edge now without, I don't know, choking himself, because sometimes if they're too small, they'll hang over the edge and drink, and then they'll cough because this is pressing against, so then we'll just keep them on the skinny bottle for a bit longer. So he's big enough now, so I'm gonna try and teach him to drink from the pail. And he's already like a week old, I think. Let's see, when you were born, September 13th, it's the 30th today. So it's hit or miss with these older ones, because sometimes they're so hyper that it's really hard to get them to put their head in the bucket, or they just take to it right away. He seems to be taking to it pretty okay. Just stick your nose in and drink. Don't just stick your nose in. There you go, bud. So he's sucking on my fingers right now in the milk, and this is how you teach them to drink milk from the pail. What are you doing? Oh, okay, we're coming out. Nope. And this is exactly when they choose to use their teeth sometimes by accident. No calf ever bites on purpose, but those little teeth on the bottom are pretty sharp. Because calves don't have top teeth. Don't know if you can see that. No top teeth. They've got top and bottom molars in the back over here, but no top teeth here. This is Lyra. She's also one of my new favorites. One thing I've always really liked about Holstein calves is how unique they are. Not one is marked the same, not even twins. You had your milk already. You had your milk already. And this is probably like my favorite marking style, I guess. They're really spotty, and I always call them really sparkly. You funny? See, and again, no top teeth. Hello? So that's room 3 done and fed. These guys are almost ready for weaning. At least this side is. This side needs to stay on the milk a little bit longer because they're a bit younger. We went through a bit of a lull during the summer where we didn't calve nearly as much as usual, I guess. So this calf was born July 19th and this calf was born the 20th of August. So there's a month difference between these two. So if we were to wean them all at once, it would mean that this calf doesn't get nearly enough milk to keep growing as this guy did. So I'm sitting here with Pumpkin. Hopefully this gate stays in the same spot that I've put the camera on. But yeah, I figured this would be a good time to do that Q&A that I said I was gonna do a little while ago. There, I think, there we go. We've got Pumpkin here for some company for at least some of it. No? So, future plans. Do you plan on staying on the family farm or branching out and getting your own someday? For now, I'm gonna stay here on the dairy farm and work here because I do love these little rascals a lot. But my plan is to someday have my own property and have my own stuff. I don't know what that's gonna be yet. I'm gonna start a project, which I'll probably tell you about in another video. What kind of car pickup do you drive and are you mechanically inclined? I am most definitely not mechanically inclined. And I drive a little hatchback. I don't have really use for a truck. If I need one, I can just use my dad's. Do you allow tours of the farm? We don't do tours of the farm simply because we don't have the time or the resources to do the farm tours well. Yeah, if one of us did a farm tour, there would be some other part of our setup or jobs or whatever that would end up getting less time than they need to be done well. So we don't do farm tours for that reason. Yeah, so no farm tours. We don't have the time. What farm task brings you the most joy? Feeding calves, I think. Hey?
Yeah, you guys are pretty fun to work with. You're the best colleagues.
Any projects in the works or planning stages for you or that you're working on at the dairy farm? Yeah, I've got a little project coming up I just mentioned. Then I'll do a special video on that though when they arrive. So that'll be my project to start sort of my own business for the future.
What was that? You want all the attention on you, huh?
Yeah? Will we be able to see more horse videos? You said you'll be breaking 2 horses this summer. Would just like to see your way of doing it. What's your favorite breed of horse and coat color? I was supposed to train 2 horses this summer, that's true, but I only ended up training Freya simply for the reason that Luna injured herself. She had a really bad gash on one of her hind legs, so obviously I'm not going to try and train her to ride for that reason. And now she's got another problem that I'm trying to fix, so it's just it's been a bit of an off year for her specifically. Freya, I've got about 20 or 25 rides on, so yeah. Luna keeps injuring herself, which is preventing me from getting her training really started, so that would be why I've only trained 1 horse this summer, which is unfortunate, but I think it worked out anyway. My favorite breed of horse. I like all horses, honestly. I love Friesians, I love Knabstruppers, I love Appaloosas, I love quarter horses and paints and like Norwegian fjords. If it's a horse, I love it. And I don't really have a favorite coat color either. I just, you know, like I said, if it's a horse, I'm gonna love it. It could be the ugliest horse on the planet and I would still love it just because it's a horse. So. Do you plan to stay in farming either on the family farm or on your own? Watching how you interact with your animals, I can't imagine you without them. Neither can I. I'm always going to be farming. I tried going to school for something else. I'm going to be a farmer regardless if it's here or on my own farm. So, as the farm expands, will you stay with the current milking parlor or make changes like adding robotic stations? My dad won't put robots in ever. I don't know if eventually when the farm is in the future by like 15 to 20 years, maybe. But as it is, I don't think we'll ever get robots simply because we enjoy working with the cows the way we do right now, so. Do you speak any other language than English? Yeah, I speak Dutch. That was actually my first language. I don't speak it as well as I speak English, but I do speak relatively fluent Dutch. It's nice because then I can still talk to my oma and we can understand each other, which I'm really happy about. What is that? So yeah, I speak English and Dutch, and that's it. At what time do you wake up in the morning? Is it more like 3, 4 a.m. or more like 6, 7 a.m.? It's both. Sometimes I'll have the morning shift for milking and then I'll wake up at 3:30 in the morning, and sometimes I have the calf feeding shift in the morning, so then it's more like 7 in the morning. So it depends. My sleep schedule isn't set completely in stone. It changes, so. What question do you hate being asked? I don't know that there is one, honestly. It's okay. What is your favorite job on the farm and what is your least favorite? Honestly, I like milking and calf feeding pretty equally. There are pros and cons to both. I don't like teaching calves to pail train simply because they like to sometimes slice their bottom row of teeth on your fingers, and that really hurts. If I'm honest, my least favorite job is probably bedding up, just because it gets so dusty with the straw and the shavings. How old were you when you got your first horse? I was 11. I got that horse, his name was Mouse. I think he was a quarter horse cross. He was a grade, so he didn't have any papers on him. But yeah, he was the best horse. You could put anyone on him and you could trust that he would take care of them and keep them safe. He would never try any nonsense or anything, and he was an amazing horse. Who is older, you or Jan? Who's the middle child? I'm the oldest out of all 3 kids, and then comes my brother, and then comes Miriam. Is there certain farm equipment implements that you do not operate or that you don't like to operate? There are a lot of things that I don't operate that Jan does. I'm really more on the animal side of taking care of things on the farm, and he's really like on the mechanic side and milking cows. He doesn't feed calves at all, so that's more of like a me, mom, and Miriam thing. Were you and your siblings ever in 4-H? Yes, we were in 4-H for several years as kids. So dairy 4-H. Lots of shows and achievement days and all that jazz. So yeah, it was fun, but I didn't like the record book side of it at all. I always liked the training of the calves and the showing, but I always viewed record books as extra homework, which I didn't like, because being in middle school and high school and stuff, you already had enough homework to take care of. Did you go to U of S or another college? Do you have a college degree? I did. I went to the University of Saskatchewan, and my degree is not something you'd expect of a farmer kid to have. I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts with a focus in acting. Yeah, I've always, like, I used to draw a lot, I sketched, I painted, I wrote poetry, yeah, there were a lot of things that I did in like the arts aspect, but I don't do that as much. I more put that sort of effort into making videos, so yeah. Which do you prefer, working with the calves, milking, or being out in the fields? I like it all, honestly. I always appreciate the downtime being in the field, and I also appreciate the sort of flow that comes with working with the milk cows, because you get into a zone and then you work towards that. So, and then just being able to interact with the calves I really enjoy too. There's not a whole lot on this farm that I don't enjoy doing, so yeah, which is good. Which country would you like to visit? I would really like to visit like Finland or like one of those Scandinavian countries, or Iceland, honestly. I've been to Britain, I've been to the Netherlands, I've been to Italy, Switzerland, Austria, and Germany, and I've been to a couple places in the US. How old are you? I'm 25. I turned 25 this year. How many employees work at your dairy farm? We have currently a full-time mechanic. I'm working full-time. My sister works here, my brother works here, and Dima works here. And then my mom and my dad. So technically 7 people working here right now. So yeah, I think that is it for today. That was a pretty long Q&A, so I'm gonna have fun editing that. Little pumpkins having a snooze. Hey? So I guess that's it for today's video. I think it might be a long one. Yeah, if you have more questions, drop them down below, and I might try to make another Q&A video at some point to answer those ones. So yeah. See you later. Bye.